Loyalty, deception, honor, and betrayal. The game begins anew when the epic series Game of Thrones returns. Just one part of your free preview of HBO Max. You'll experience all the must-see originals and the biggest Hollywood movies you won't want to miss. Watch it all anytime. There's nothing else like it. Don't miss a free preview of HBO Max Friday, March 29th until Monday, April 1st. Sign up for HBO and Max and get your first month free. Call 601-8992 or visit cablebahamas.com to subscribe today.
Bahamian athletes already making their presence known as day one of the Carifta Games comes to an end.
I feel pretty good. It was a personal best for me.
But behind the scenes, scathing criticism. Officers boast of top security measures at the National Stadium.
And you will see the performance from your police force.
Police respond to numerous reported incidents in the Shirley Street and Kemp Road areas. A man murdered, police have no motive, plus the latest on breast cancer gene testing.
As being a woman, you are at risk for breast cancer.
I'm Nakia DeVoe, and this is NB12 Weekend. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us this Saturday for NB12 Weekend. The 400-meter runners setting the pace for Team Bahamas at the 2013 Carifta Championships. Several of the athletes are right now preparing for the 400-meter finals, which will take place in just a few moments. It seems that the controversy surrounding 18-year-old Stephen Newbold after his arrest in Florida earlier this month is not affecting his performance. The five-time Carifta medalist heads into tonight's under-20 boys 400-meter final with the fastest time. Newbold was interviewed by Bahamas Athletics after his heat this morning.
Congratulations on an outstanding performance. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. It was a personal best for me, but I know I could go much faster. And I'll just wait for the final to see where my body's at right now.
Okay, coming into the finals, how you going to mentally prepare for that?
Just stay focused, think about what I've done in practice, and just execute everything accordingly to how my coach wanted me to.
Shawnee Miller is the fastest female in tonight's event. Also making it back for a chance at a medal are Donisha Anderson in under-17 girls, Henry DeLuz in under-17 boys, and James Williams in the under-20 boys category. There were also some impressive runs by Team Bahamas in the 100-meter heats earlier this evening. Good luck to all of those athletes. We'll have more Carifta results for you in tomorrow night's newscast. But while the Bahamas is looking good on the track, the country is getting negative reviews on its running of the games. International journalist Anthony Foster writing an online article about the games being disorganized and behind schedule, particularly for journalists. A spectator also blogged about how poorly she and her family members were treated by event personnel when trying to find their seats during last night's opening ceremony and by police officers when trying to find a taxi. There were also major issues with the plumbing at the stadium, and sewage seeped out of the restrooms and into the walkways. Now, many Bahamians shared the article, blog, and photos on various social media pages, saying that it was embarrassing and asking for local Carifta officials to address the issues. The Carifta Organizing Committee officials could not be reached for comment up to airtime. Well, while spectators are busy watching the athletes compete on the track and the field, Assistant Commissioner of Police Leon Bethel says police will be keeping a close eye on activity in and around the stadium. Organizing committee officials and police are ensuring the safety of the 17,000 spectators, athletes, and officials at this weekend's competition.
We have started our security discussion from about 6 months ago, and we have spent many days here drawing up a scenario, looking at our strategy and revising it.
A team of 240 officers are patrolling the morning sessions, and a team of 350 are on duty during the evening sessions. Security coordinator for the games and former Assistant Commissioner James Carey says police have worked closely with the local organizing committee and have put in place a heavy security team. Carey explained the 3 levels of security.
There will be 3 levels of security. There will be the outer perimeters, which extends approximately 3 miles out. That would involve traffic management. Then there is the security around the property itself, that is the NSA property on which the stadium is built, and then there is the other perimeter around the bowl. There will be searches, there will be restricted access into the stadium. Anybody entering the stadium area must have a ticket.
Police and security personnel are present at all entrance and exit points, and everyone who enters the stadium will be searched. Officers want to ensure spectators are not carrying weapons, drugs, or any other forms of contraband. And just to be on the safe side, sports fans are also limited to the snacks they're allowed to bring into the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium.
You can bring sandwiches, but you are not allowed to bring any drinks. Do not bring any drinks to the stadium. And it's a no bottle zone. Although some alcohol will be served, everything will be served in cups. We're not allowing any glass bottles or even any plastic bottles in the stadium arena itself.
ACP Bethel says the level of security will meet international standards and are comparable to those seen at major sporting events around the world. He reminded members of the public that this isn't the force's first time securing such a large crowd in the new stadium.
This is what we call an international test. You know, we had the opening before and it all went well, but during this event with the Carifta, people from all over the world will be coming here. We also have observers coming to see from the IAAF coming to see how we police at this event, because we're looking for other events, major events to come here to the Bahamas. So we know that the world is looking at us, and you will see the performance from your police force.
While police are not expecting any challenges at this weekend's meet, police are also able to execute a lockdown of the stadium if necessary. At the end of every session, police will then hand the security duties over to the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, which has been successfully securing the stadium for the past 2 years. While police are also busy performing their usual duties, tonight they're investigating the death of 45-year-old Scott Roberts. The Blair resident was shot to death when getting out of his F-150 truck on Peach Street around 2 this morning. Police say he was shot to the upper body, but have no motive and little information on what exactly happened. NB12 was told by neighbors that Roberts' family is distraught over his death. Family members are very upset that they're not allowed to view his body until Tuesday. We're told that this is a very hard time for them, and although it is a holiday weekend, they believe that police should have made an exception for a grieving family to see a loved one. Roberts was the owner of Island Boat Services and Hopetown Surf Sport. Friends and loved ones posted goodbyes and memories on Roberts' Facebook page. This incident marks the 25th murder for the year. Imagine driving along to work or your morning workout when all of a sudden a large cement block crashes through your front windshield. That was the reality for a few motorists early Good Friday morning, including myself. But as Paige McCartney tells us, police are on the case of the culprit behind these dangerous attacks. Here's her report.
And police are looking for the person responsible for a string of attacks in this area off Shirley Street early in the morning, where motorists had large bricks thrown at their windshields. NB12 was given reports of at least a half a dozen people who had their cars vandalized as they were driving them. The incidents reportedly happened on Shirley Street just past the entrance to the Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza near Lyons Road. Photos flooded social media this weekend with terrifying accounts of what happened. Drivers said as they passed the corner, they saw a shadowy figure launch something large in their direction, and before they knew it, their windshield had a gaping hole in it. Officer in charge of the Northeastern Division, Superintendent Theophilus Cunningham, said police are taking the reports very seriously.
We got some reports as it relates to persons driving on the Shirley Street area, and someone would take a rock and smash it into their vehicle. These are all isolated situations. There's no particular trend to this incident. From our investigations and the analysis, we are following several